Hey everybody, and welcome to Module 2. So before getting started with Module 2, I wanted to go over with you exactly what our main objectives for this module are, and then of course what the main assignments that you're going to be working on, and hopefully give you a better understanding of what those assignments are going to be. So Module 2's main objectives are to introduce to you the argumentative pattern and then academic research. Now, hopefully in English 111, this is where you left off. More than likely, the last paper that you wrote for English 111 was your persuasive argument paper. And at that time, you were introduced to the argumentative pattern. And then, of course, you were introduced to the idea of academic research. So as I mentioned throughout your introductions and probably in the feedback that I gave you on your first discussion, that we build upon that last assignment quite a bit in this class. So in this module, what I try to do is expand on the argumentative pattern, because this is really the basis for all of our writing in this class, is the idea of critical analysis. So presenting an argument to your audience and then finding strong, credible sources to support this argument, and then defending these sources, considering the opposition, and then leaving your audience with that call to action for them to be persuaded by your thesis. So that's Module 1, is going to introduce to you that argumentative pattern, and then really start to focus on the idea of finding credible sources, determining their credibility, and then of course trying to find how you're going to use them correctly in your paper, because just because your paper requires 5 sources doesn't mean sticking a 5th source in the last paragraph is going to benefit you. Those are our 2 main objectives. In addition to that, I also have a folder on the APA format. We use APA and MLA in this class. We switch back and forth between them since we're writing in several different disciplines, and disciplines require different formats. So when we write in the sciences, we're going to be writing in APA. When we write in the humanities, we're going to be writing in MLA. So we're going to be introducing the idea of APA in this module. Those are the main objectives. So what we're going to be working on. First of all, I have a list of reading for you to do. The textbook is the same from English 111, so you may have already read some of this. But please go ahead and read through it. I've also posted some supplemental videos, and I'll be updating my own lecture videos too, so just keep watching for those as the week continues. In addition to the readings, there is a new folder from the library. So we are very fortunate that we have an embedded librarian in this course. If you had to use the library in the last class, you might have either found it very easy or you might have found it very challenging. Perhaps you reached out to the librarian, or maybe you try to figure it out on your own. But we are extremely fortunate that we have been given a librarian directly in this class. So what she has done is set up for you a folder directly from the CCCC library, and is going to help you work your way through the library, figure out how to use it, and then work through the different disciplines and the type of articles that you would want to use in that particular discipline. So for this module, I'm asking you just to visit the library folder, take the pre-quiz, familiarize yourself with the idea of the library, and then visit the science link. That's our first type of discipline, and look at the material when it comes to what would be expected of you when you're writing in the natural sciences. In addition to the library, there are some McGraw-Hill assignments. Now, as I mentioned, I know you more than likely use McGraw-Hill in English 111, and you probably used it very heavily in English 111. I do not overly emphasize it in English 112, however, it is a part of our class, so at times I will link it to material that we are using. So in this particular module, what I have linked it to is the argumentative pattern and research. So you have all week to work on it, but I'm going to say it's going to be one of those things that if you wait, it's going to catch up on you Sunday night at like 9 p.m. when you'd rather be watching television. So I would start pacing that throughout the week. Those are the assignments that you're going to be working on this week, just familiarizing yourself with the material. However, there is a paper for this module. It's your first official paper, and it's going to be a little bit open because all of you have different backgrounds. So each of you might be writing in a different discipline. However, looking over your introductions, there's many of you that are categorized already into social sciences, natural sciences. Very few of you were in the humanities, but I know a couple of you were in there. But that's step one, is to put yourself into your discipline category. For this one, I'm just asking you to, in your field of study, discover a problem and present that problem through research, and then come up with a solution. So this is actually a type of argument to offer a solution to a problem, and then to defend that solution through evidence and research. So again, although the paper does not officially due until next week, I would really encourage you to start working on it now, because if you read through the requirements, you're going to have some sources in there. And in this particular one, you're going to have some academic sources to defend, to first identify the problem, and then to defend your research. So I would not wait to get started on that paper. Next week, I will also add a discussion, since we have a discussion for each module as well. So I would again encourage you, since this week is mostly reading and more of that I guess busy work when it comes to the reading, you could really get started with that writing. So if you have any questions over this module, again, you can reach out to me at any time. I'm always quick to respond, so please don't hesitate, and I hope that you all have a great week.